first weekend of 2025. Cold and snow for tens of millions. You better get used to driving in the snow again for a lot of folks.
I know. And right now we're taking a live shot here in Oswego County in New York. And you can see the road is just totally snow covered here. This is that lake effect snow. Very dangerous to drive through because 1 second you can see clearly and the next second visibility is gone. That's just how intense these snow bands are. And unfortunately, this is going to be the setup all through the weekend. So including Saturday and most of Sunday, where we will see that snow pile up off of Lake Erie and off of Lake Ontario. Off of Lake Erie, it's about 8 to 20 inches of snow in some of those heavier bands. Off of Lake Ontario in Oswego County, we're looking at about 12 to 36 inches of snow. Again, that's one area that'll get that. The next area over might not see anything at all. It's just the nature of lake effect snow. It's that cold northwest wind crossing over the Great Lakes, and this frigid air is going to continue to settle in, even up through the Northern Plains Pier. South Dakota, about 17 degrees for a high temperature today. Minneapolis, St. Paul, only 14 degrees. And this cold air will continue to settle in as we look into tomorrow. Madison, a high of only 19 degrees. Detroit, 26. Louisville, 33 degrees. That is actually going to set the stage for the next storm system that's going to move in Sunday into Monday. It's going to be cold enough through areas like St. Louis, through Kansas City, where snow and ice is going to be a concern. That's something we'll get to in our next half hour. That's a look at the weather across the country. Your local forecast is coming up in just 30 seconds.
Chilly. Hey, Dylan.
It is getting chilly, and we have quite the storm we're watching for the weekend. With the cold air settling in from the north, we do have winter storm watches and advisories posted. This includes areas like Kansas City and St. Louis. So here's the area of low pressure. It's going to develop as we go into tonight and tomorrow. Then tomorrow on Saturday, we could see some of that snow start to take hold across Nebraska and into Kansas too. And then you see there's a cold side of this storm. There's a wet side to the storm, and then ice right in the middle. St. Louis should be on the snowier side. Cincinnati, same thing. And then we've got the ice that's going to move through Kentucky into West Virginia and Virginia. Then it moves offshore as we go into later in the day on Monday. But we're still looking at perhaps some accumulating snow through areas like Washington, D.C. and into Philadelphia. In the pink here, that's where we could see about perhaps 9 to 12 inches of snow. And then you go south of I-70, and that's where we're looking for most of our ice, perhaps just under a half an inch of ice. That is going to make traveling very, very dangerous out on the roads. Again, the time frame for the Midwest would be more like Saturday into Sunday, and then Sunday into Monday for parts of the Mid-Atlantic. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Check of the weather and go to Miss Dylan Dreyer. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, good morning again. Thank you so much. We do have some really frigid air settling in across the upper Midwest and the Northern Plains. Teens for highs today. That's it. A little bit of light snow. This quick little burst of snow will move through the Appalachians and then make its way offshore pretty quickly. Lots of sunshine through the middle of the country. Heavy rain out west. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
Oh, well, that's not it for you. Have a little pop star. What's
more
to do?
Switch gears here. Let's go. Let's talk about Meghan Markle this morning. Yesterday, the Duchess of Sussex revealed a first look at her. No, me too. With Love, Meghan premieres January 15th on Netflix. Next up, Bruce Springsteen. In an interview with SiriusXM's Jim Rotolo, the boss is opening up on the highly anticipated.
Wow, high praise.
That's in the movie.
Cool.
The biopic Deliver Me From Nowhere is expected to arrive in theaters later this year. You know, my mom went to high school with Bruce Springsteen.
Wait, what?
So if they need to cast the role of my mom,
fun fact,
I can help with all of that. So just throwing that out there. That's
quick plug
in the movie. Next up, Caitlin Clark, the basketball star, is the latest guest to join.
With the Wayne's World hat right there, just breaking out the old school.
Right, a little old school. Next up, let's talk about our friend Kathy Lee Gifford. Who remembers this iconic Carnival commercial? Later, that commercial is getting a reboot. Hallmark and Mean Girls star Jonathan Bennett just recreated the entire song and dance in a new video, calling it his tribute to the most iconic commercial of all time. Exactly.
In fact, because I didn't want to wake her up this morning when I saw that, I didn't call, but I did look online and I was like, of course she reposted it. Very cool.
Very funny.
All right, guys, just ahead, we're getting you ready for Sunday night's huge game in the NFL.
Okay, I got to stretch out for this one because, I mean, there are a lot of people here, and Hoda requested I go around the horn.
Let's go.
Again. Here we go.
Congratulations.
I'm here
Wow.
with all my divas, too.
Dylan, I'm out of breath. Back to you guys. You crushed it, Dylan.